First theater performance on the McLaurin stage, so please clap for that because it's been a long time. There are a lot of people who need to be thanked. Back several years ago when the bond issue started, I took students door to door in Star and said, if we ever are going to have kids who really know about theater, it's going to be because of the bond issue and giving our kids at McLaurin an actual stage that they can learn and grow on. And this is the fruit of our labor. So thank you very much if you voted for the bond issue. When I was approached about Night of the Arts, I was gung-ho immediately, and it did not take very long for me to decide that the best course of action was to allow my precious, precious seniors to take this opportunity to realize a dream that started for them in the fall. We began decorating our hall for homecoming, and it grew into a huge project, and that's what my seniors decided was the inspiration for their senior performance. So what you will see tonight is completely written, created, costumes, props, very detailed costumes that were made by Carolyn Wilkinson, who is amazing. She researched Victorian corsets, and if we could show the slideshow, you would be able to see the intricate pattern that she followed for she and Austin. But I just could talk for hours about the work that they did going into this. And at the end of the show, we'll have a movie that's going to play, and also we'll turn the lights on. And there are a lot of places that you can take pictures. They worked really hard creating murals, and all of my classes worked on tombstones and all of those things. But I really want you to understand how much effort went into this on the effort of my students. So our seniors, I'm so excited for them, and I really could just get very emotional because I love them all. But without further ado, we're going to present A Night at the Haunted Mansion, written, produced, created, organized, and constructed by my seniors. So thank you.
Welcome.
No, you image what you're supposed to be more inviting than that. It's a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Augustus, and welcome to the Haunted Mansion.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wonderful welcome. But it seems that you have relieved me of my opportunity to introduce myself to these lovely people here in the audience today. My name is Noctavia, and I would love to extend my greetings to you.
We would love to introduce you to our benevolent master, Edward Gracie, and warn you beautiful people here tonight. The things you see here may be frightening and may not be for the faint of heart.
For those of you who still remain, we do hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome, foolish mortals. It has been so long since I've had somebody guest in my house. Or perhaps I've always had somebody guest, depending on how you'd like to look at it. It is certainly such a relief to have such lively guests tonight, rather than being so tormented by these souls. I am Edward Gracie, the master under this manor. You should have noticed my tombstone there just moments ago. It was a tragedy that befell my poor tortured soul, leaving me to rot in pieces with the others dying. I often sit there at my tombstone and ponder that enchantment. But again, I should leave something for the others to discuss. Without further ado, Madame Leota, the resident clairvoyant.
Good evening. It's been quite a while since I've been around so many people at once. The last time they tried to burn me at the stake, so I did make it to a stake that winter. I was brought here long ago because of the spirits you see. They're quite numerous, as I'm sure you've heard, and equally belligerent. Edward was in great need of some assistance, so I cut upon
Octavia, stealing my voice again. I've been called back to play with cards. Always a fun time, that. I'm sure you'll have fun as well. Now, it doesn't work as well when you do it this way, but Octavia has taken the sweet liberty to go ahead and shuffle the cards for us. And to those who have failed to leave after seeing Master Gracie, the exit is right over there. Anyone? No. You're good. Okay. I suppose we should see what you're up to then, hmm? Octavia and I used to be good friends, we did. Back in the living room, whenever we were both made of bone and flesh and blood, just like you select to be often. We used to go over to Miss Madame Leota's house and learn how to read the cards and speak to the dead. What a fun time that was. But that's a story for another time. I suppose we should focus less on me and more on you. Oh. Oh, no. Of course. Of all the cards in the deck, you would draw death, wouldn't you? Death can mean a number of different things. It can mean cycles, rebirth, acceptance. I do find it oddly fitting, though, that we've drawn cards such as this on this particular occasion. I think it speaks volumes that you've drawn cards. In any case, I suppose Master Gracie's envy will be short-lived. And perhaps, no, you might as well join us.
Isn't it exciting, dear? I'm getting married again. Don't you think so?
Of course, dear.
Oh, it's always so exciting when this happens. The flowers, the dresses, the screams. It's always so lucrative, too. The treasure and power. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Obviously.
Death just feels so rejuvenating. And it's so soon indeed. I have to be patient, of course. You wouldn't want to go and give it a try too early and lose the fun. But it's so soon. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to wait. It's just not soon enough. Oh, I don't want to be a bride for long. I'm ready to be a widow again, not some betrothed hag. After all, I do deserve better than Edward Gracie. I'm quite fabulous, if I do say so. I mean, look at you. It's all past time to affect you, dear. I'm more than ready to use you again. You're my most wonderful. Oh, that wretched Master Gracie, why? I've chosen him just for you, haven't I? Haven't I? It's the best. You're ready for him, aren't you? You're ready for him to be off with his pretty head.
I'm glad to know you get out here, got lots of people.
Yeah, financial to the man.
And he'll be finding it anytime soon. You don't want the lights of you stomping around that room. Now, scat, shoot! You shoot, scat, shoot, get out of here. Yay. Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. Let's have a round of applause for our Knight Ricketts as Master Edward Gracie. Holly Nally as Madame Leota. Mark Brown as the bride. Terrell Washington, Antonio Carey, and CJ Walker as the hitchhiking ghost. Groundskeeper with Logan Crane following him as the house. The few of us were also dressed in costume to hand out your programs. Peggy Richardson as the tightrope walker. Not currently on stage, but I'm very thankful for their presence. We also had Jackie Vogelsonger and Riley Johnston as maids. I would like to send out an enormous thank you to Maddie Holt for doing our makeup. And we also cannot forget to thank our wonderful stage hands for their help with the show. Tonight, we had Anita Laster, Harley Johnson, McKeith McDonald, Haley Edwards, Skylar Poole, and last, but certainly not least, our wonderful theater director, Miss Dana Carroll Bridges. As Miss said earlier, this has been our first ever stage production in the 6 years I have been here as a student in our theater program. I think that's a little bit insane. And I could not have been more honored to not only have participated in it, but to be one of the driving forces behind its creation. The show, A Night at the Haunted Mansion, started as nothing more than a silly hallway decoration idea for our annual homecoming. Sorry, I did not practice this. It's wonderful. Oddly enough, our original assigned theme was Moana. Clearly that changed a little bit. Got a little creepy. So Haunted Mansion it became. The idea quickly bloomed further, becoming a massive project that nearly overfilled the hallway just outside the NPR doors. The few weeks between the announcement of the themes and homecoming were filled with endless creative endeavors. Most students, as not pictured, were tasked with making tombstones for the graveyard, which you can currently see back here behind the stage. I think they did a wonderful job. I would like to give a round of If nothing else, someone contributed a tombstone. It was every class, I swear. Others were tasked with the larger projects that you may have seen around down on the floor. The bus, the bride, and the hitchhiking ghost murals. All this work ended up turning the project into even more than the hallway version affair that it already was. We wanted to turn it into some sort of production. As luck would have it, our homecoming event was the very same week as Halloween. And we thought it would be amazing to do some sort of attraction type deal that might exist as a fundraiser for our theater program. But unfortunately, due to COVID and a little bit of miscommunication with the administration, this was impossible. As I was told, have a second opportunity to put together an excellent stage production for you tonight at Night of the Arts. All this started with the costuming over scripting. Oddly enough, I write faster than I sew, and I had to get these costumes. You can come out here now. These costumes done within about 2 weeks. The first tailoring job that I've ever had the pleasure of completing ended with this beautiful garment that my best friend and Augustus, my co-ghost, is wearing tonight. After that, I personally wrote and designed every scene in the script while the rest of the cast and crew worked on costuming and blocking separately. Augustus took charge of the set design and the production you all saw before you just moments ago was boring. I'm so glad that I got to have that before I graduated. I was always very sad that we never got any permission to perform in our theater class, and I hope this marks a new era in the fine arts department at McLaurin High School. Before you go, though, we do have one last little bit of fun up our sleeves. I know many of you were very upset that you didn't get to see the hallway in its initial glory, but we happened to film a silly little tour of its contents just after construction. So I thought it might be nice for Augustus, the host of the film, to come and introduce the hallway to you. But before we can have that little bit of fun, Miss DC Bridges has a minor presentation for you.
Yes.
Welcome to a
We're behind the scenes of the Haunted Mansion. This is Austin. Austin is for scale. Let's go back through the hallway again. Austin is gonna be our host. Austin, let's go. 3, 2, 1. Wham!
All right. Now, if you look this way, you'll find
Oh,
man and tombstone.
you gotta talk louder, okay?
Here lies Phineas Rock, laid to rest beneath this rock. Poetic. Now follow me. Here we have many old antiques with our lovely woman with a butcher. She's off to bury. Now if you'll turn around, we have the wandering ghost. The wandering henchman? I don't know.
It's the hitchhiking ghost.
Oh, the hitchhiking ghost.
Yeah.
We can have the old antiques. We welcome you to our dinner table. It's currently cleared off right now. The mouses and spiders are enjoying the leftovers.
Mouses.
Yes.
It's
Hello,
mice.
friend. Rats. Don't forget about the ghosts. The chandelier.
Creepy ghosts.
The place is a bit dusty, forgive me. We have our dune buggy.
Our other dune buggy. It looks so
that
sad.
was like- We have these many assortments of eyes. I don't know what to say about those.
They're creepy.
We have our tarot card reading table
With the absence of the tarot cards.
yes, and the haunted crystal ball
And apparently the haunted trumpet.
and tambourine.
And jingle bells.
Here we have our very long cloak looking thing that I don't know what it is. And some very interesting photographs. Anyway, down to our furnished area. That was a very good set. You'll find many books like Tales of Halloween. And, you know, that one with the spider on it. And my witch's spell book. Yeah, they'll probably be excluding these doors because we're... We have the graveyard. With many a men floating above it. Here we have the wives of Bluebeard and the spiritual tribes. More tombstones and the wicked tree.
You can't forget the rat.
And our wonderful rat friend coming out to get a piece of rotten cheese, presumably. He is dead, you know. And here's our father clock. It has a 13th hour. That's what makes it special. You don't want to be around during the 13th hour. Here we have our photographs and more portraits. Here's King Timothy III.
King Timothy the Third.
Yeah. Now follow me. Ignore me. And you'll come right outside of our front gate. Now, if you don't mind, I've got to get back to work. If you're enjoying the haunted mansion, you don't mind.